Hi everyone, Day here, and welcome back to my The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles Let's Play. In today's episode, we're going to head right back into Windy Bank's pawnbrokery, and as you can see on this beautiful title screen, we can actually kind of get a glimpse of what that's like. And I do truly like that they do that. I want to say I could just press continue. I know I never do that, but I think in this case I could just press continue and just wind up back where I last saved. So we were investigating his shop. We're just gonna hop right back into it because I have no idea how long this is gonna take just to try to figure out what it is we need to investigate here. And I'm also willing to apologize for not turning down the volume after the beginning opening cutscene. I turned it up so that way you guys can hear the cutscene a lot better. But in so doing that, I never turned it back down. So hopefully it wasn't too bothersome. I hope it wasn't anyway. And if so, I do apologize for not catching that sooner. I did put the sound back where it should be. So hopefully it's at that, at least what I think will be like the right audio consistency for you guys. So that way it's not too overbearing and you can hear me just fine. There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windybank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Now, Holmes. I always want to call him Holmes. That's just, it's just baked into me, okay? But yes, Sholmes, we know that your manuscript is in there. Recommended or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Windybank keeps it in his pocket at all times. I'm continuing off with what I said last time. There is going to be some sort of crime happening here. However, I do know that I did not touch tone on the fact that Susato is keeping something from us with the little letter she had. So I don't know how this all ties together, but I imagine that if something does actually happen here, the pawnbrokers, it might tie into what Susato was keeping from Ryunosuke. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. Gee, thanks so much for that. Oh, how on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes? I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder. Susato is the definition of one of the first fangirls, I feel. And the prime suspect if this pawnbrokery is ever burgled. I am going to have to disagree with you, Ryunosuke. I don't think he would be. I understand why he's saying that. I just don't think he would be the one. But I do think this place has a very high chance of being burgled. But Susato made it seem like we needed to look in here, so. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Oh my! Almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? It means that the person did not come back for those items, and in so doing so, the pawnbrokery gets the opportunity to actually put that stuff up for sale, since they forfeited their rights to the items. When you pawn or colloquially up an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now that you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest of the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. A treasured university uniform? Oh, it is his university uniform. I think I was confused last episode if it was a lawyer outfit of the time or if it was his student clothing. So it is his student clothing. Ooh. Look at that enormous ledger open on a counter there. Mr. Wendybank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. And the plot continues, my friends, to thicken it to a stewy paste. That sounds terrible, actually. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. His gun? That catches my eye, like, looks like the one Rolly kept pulling out. Well, he only pulled it out once as far as I remember, but... This revolver here. The one with one bullet. I don't know what this crime is going to entail, but I don't like a bit of the fact that we have all this information. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Wendybank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed believing his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd... blow his brains out? Indeed. A recompense for his blunder. Please don't describe it like that. That is so gruesome. And I hope he never does that. Honestly. I really, truly do hope he doesn't. Oh my. Is this game rated M? I can't remember. I know the ones on the 3DS were for some odd, strange reason. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? So much to take in. 3 globes of gold. Is that some sort of charm? Dear me, have you not seen that sign before? No, never. Why will we? The 3 golden balls. Balls are, in Great Britain at least, the universal sign of a pawnbrokery. Is it really? There are more than several hundred such establishments. The capital, all showing the same sign. Oh, I see. Ah, I had not imagined your ignorance was so profound. I'm sorry, we're from a different country. Oh, but what is the significance of the 3 golden balls then? Does it have some special meaning? That is entirely unimportant here, dear madame. Irrelevant, even. You mean you don't even know? And the calendar I overlooked in the last episode. It's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April, today's date. Does the camera take a picture of the calendar too? I wonder if that's what's going to be important. Like the calendar is going to show something differently in the picture versus when the crime actually happened or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. This case feels like it's going to be extremely cookie cutter. I don't know if I'm looking into this too deeply, where it just seems like everything's just falling into place like building blocks. Like the whole foundation is there. Everything. I feel like I could basically describe the crime. If it were to happen, I feel like I'm already going to be 50 steps ahead of the game. He tears the page off at midnight. It sounds like the first case, actually. Oh no, the second case. I do apologize. Where Asogi was murdered, and that was kind of pivotal. I want to say that won't happen here, but time will tell. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Wendybank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed, without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. What? Only tuppence for it. That ain't fair, and you know it. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. You cannot offer more. Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to see, younger. Oh, Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her, yeah. She's from the McGillit case. Oh, yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGillet's trial 2 months ago. 2 months ago? More like a year ago, am I right? Okay. Her name is Gina Leshrade, my lord. She is the Chancellor, and her crust among large crowds, reliving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. I do not miss McGillet. Oh yeah, she's using Iris's weapons. I like her vest. I love vests like that. What in bit you lot? I completely forgot her voice. She still has that? Hello, Miss Leshrade. I hope you've been well. Hey, what? You remember me then, do you? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. Oh, what are you doing in here? In it, like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel, sorry, coat you have. What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Shums! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windybank on your behalf. Well, the other one, I don't need no help. I'm some stuck-up D. Get out of my business, go on, or I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Leshrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He kind of like did it, ghosting himself out of there. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for the negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? Looks like one of the, maybe like a vinyl disc or something. And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Leshrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Misato-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Huh. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Leshrade. Yeah, what I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably doesn't belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it printed all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruto. Alright then. I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. I just want to say I'm not a professional voice actress. You all know this. Suppose sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Leshrade. But not this time, right? I swear. That thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windybank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Guess this is the only way to speak to him. Look at Mr. Windybank, watching diligently over his shop. There are still so many things I'm curious about. I don't believe this is a time for browsing, Mr. Naruto. We should probably see whether that argument's been resolved yet, I suppose. Thought I clicked on him, but I guess not. Miss Leshrade's disc. Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Leshrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. This is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? Disc, you're used to it a lot. I'm too savvy, I know what a music box is. I've never seen one of these discs before. A small protrusion, so the metal disc encodes the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going. Beautiful music plays. So incredible. Tell us what tune is on this disc. Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. Do you have nothing in the shop you could use to test against it? And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a bucket of lies! He told me he did. He said it was what a... He? Who? This better not be McGillard. I know. I said that I believe he's gonna make a return. I do not want that to happen. Please. I mean, there is a chance that if she even did get it from McGillard, it was way back when she met him on the omnibus. Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. A disc worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Gonna learn about Jaina, I guess, from his perspective. She's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemalion. I see. And brought some dubious articles or other with her every single time I went to. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about this disc she brought in today? Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? Okay, he almost just said sorry, but he didn't. He saved himself. What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article for me today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff. What? Needs story? Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. As she gave me the ticket for it, we paid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. That jacket? You know, I knew the overcoat was new to her, but even Sholmes has shown that you could be portrayed wearing something different. The overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. Did it originally? So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Yeah. This case seems like it's gonna be kind of tricky. Over some stuff. Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn. The girl and I can agree at price. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. You don't seem like it's simple, but... Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket, and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which returned to her care as I'd understood it. That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at the lady? Is she gonna appear in another trial? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. She immediately tried to pawn it? For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up! I'm just trying to pawn something, like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the... Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. I wear oversized stuff, so you know what. Me, old man. It's me, my old man's, ain't it? Oh, me, old man. I was reading it weird. Is it Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather suspicious. Very. Out of my way, please. I'm guessing it's gonna be the dude in the yellow jacket, because I don't know. I'm just guessing it's the dude in the yellow jacket. There is no way they showed us witnesses that aren't witnesses, but they showed us two new characters that aren't gonna appear. I'm guessing that guy. Nope, I'm completely wrong. Who is this picture postcard English gentleman? Yeah, never seen him before. I'm positive. Picture postcard though, you know, that's hilarious. Woo! Flashy, flashy indeed. This guy is a character, alright. Voice. Compute. Can't. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? Not exactly. She has literal points. She was here first. As well as a pickpocket. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna say that it's his. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? He was probably in the gallery. I'm sure a lot of people know who you are. The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker. Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box disc, too. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him at all. I don't think. He could have been listening in from the outside. Like, I'm trying not to think too long, but I also want to take it in too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me, old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. The pawnbroker himself, doesn't he remember? There's no way he gets that many people that he can't remember. Like, okay, maybe not, but I was gonna say he remembers Sholmes's book deposit, but I guess that's kind of different because it's like the manuscript of Sholmes' original. Yes, I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. The gentleman's accusation, which is a harsh accusation. Why does this happen to me? Accusation to make. Miss Lestrade. Is what the gentleman saying? What do you think? So lies, ain't it? Obviously. Swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. I mean, it's kind of hard not to remember him. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear it to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I don't trust him. I will say it here and now, I do not trust him. I know we don't really know Gina that well, and we do know she's a pickpocket through and through all the way, but I feel like he wants that disc for some reason. What reason exactly? I don't know. Maybe he knew her dad as a child or something. But... I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. So you're trying to tell me that this is not even the first time this happened to you? Yet again? Exactly. Notice that too. Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslump scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Considering what he just said, and I'm sure even you guys might have noticed that too, that coat does not look like it belongs to him. It just does not. Because like he said, he's a very flashy individual. There is no way he will wear an overcoat that looks like what Gina has on. Come along now, Miss Rochade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. No! Don't. If they're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on! Why does everyone think it's me? Because you are a pickpocket. Just look at this dandy coat, and you think I'm the dodgy one. I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Oh my gosh, he's a Usopp. The boy who cried wolf, but Gina edition. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. What is your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. You're wearing it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. If he pulls out one of the store keeps pictures or some junk. I mean, that doesn't make sense. It didn't happen in the pawn shop. You what? Evidence. Evidence that the article Mr. Schrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Here it goes. It already begins. Okay. So I'm already brainstorming here, and I'm going to take you guys along. As you all know, it's my playthrough. So, his name is going to be jotted down there, right? And we're not going to notice because of the fact that the camera only takes pictures every 30 minutes or something. At least, that's what I'm assuming. Like, she probably did get that coat, and he somehow forged his name in the spot where hers was or something. Yes, brilliant. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that wouldn't be possible. Oh. I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. And you... This makes no sense. Because this all falls on your shoulders now, I feel. How are you gonna run a business of this nature where the person, the recipient, can come back and retrieve the item they deposited with you, but have no way of knowing that the item belonged to the actual person? So I guess this explains why he didn't go knocking on Sholmes' door to replace his violin for him or anything, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. This is ridiculous. I would never... Sholmes, you lied to me. This is in no way a safe or secure way of holding your possessions. Like, no, I would never give this guy any of my stuff. But why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. Boo-hoo to them, I guess. This is still dangerous. This is a dangerous business operation you have running here now. Because basically he's saying he prefers to do back alley deals. Wow. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. I feel like you should... I feel like you should do both. Like, if someone wants to write their name down, let them write their name down. This is ridiculous. Now he just made this even more complicated. Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, that's quite simple. But sir, what did trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in possession? Of course, it's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. No. No. I feel like there's potential for loopholes. This is terrible, sir. This is absolutely terrible. What if someone had a way of overhearing the watchword? This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. And how would you suppose Gina learned the word under those circumstances? Watchword. Interesting. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank. Just explained. I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. I know I changed his voice 12,000 times, but I don't know. I don't want his voice to be too annoying. I feel like I have a lot of annoying... Wait, what? Is that Sholmes over there, you silly goose? There are many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yes, well... Anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vote. No. As in many ways? Absolutely not. This is nothing like that. This is basically telephone. Do you know how easy it is to overhear conversation, sir? Especially when you want information? It's not even remotely the same. The digit deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. Okay, I mean, with that other stuff, I guess it increases, but no. I mean, it increases the security, but no. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, return the article? That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on February 15th. Sorry, I kind of went American there. With the watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But oh! He must have been in the shop at that time or something. Like, I refuse to believe that this belongs to the guy. I don't know what he wants that disc for, but that disc must have some kind of information on it. Guaranteed. Really, this is beyond a joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Oh! Run, Gina! Run! What's gonna happen next? Whoa. Sholmes is not even in here anymore. Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Props. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course. Yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. See. My name is Benedict. Yes, Egbert Benedict. No comment. Is he like Humpty Dumpty or something? Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought so. Like, it doesn't fit the guy. And I feel like it's like one of the first names to actually have like that double meaning, but in what way in regards to him? Looks more like a Mad Hatter than anything else. Now to the matter at hand. How many different ones does this guy have? My overcoat, return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Ugh. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Yeah. Okay, maybe it does fit. But I still don't think that is his code. Because even though it fits him, it doesn't seem like it will be his style. It just seems too... I don't even know what the word is. Like, I don't want to use flashy again, but... So let that be an end to the matter. I thank you for your custom, Mr. Egbert Benedict, sir. I don't trust this guy. I trust him less than McGilded, and that says something. Like, I feel like he might be the big bad of the whole operation. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. And this is why I don't believe it's his code. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. The contents of the coat pockets, if you please, Broker. That's all he cared about in the first place. He wants that disc. I don't know what's on it, but he wants that disc. That's all he cared about. He doesn't care about this coat. I wouldn't be surprised if we find it in a dumpster somewhere after he leaves out of here. But of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? Is he going to try to put her in jail or something? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir. That was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, yeah, he's just trying to put the blame on her. Make it seem like she took the other one or some junk. So, Gutling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute! That disc is mine! What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal! Oh my! Yes, there's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. Man must have scratched his finger on them. What in the world is going on? Trying to figure out where they're going with this right now is insane. I found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me old man. Interesting. Maybe she is lying. I truly don't know what's going on. I think I need more information. So you're not having it. What you take it. Me? If I ain't gonna do it, they'll have it all for me again. So you keep hold of it. Mr. Straight Eye. Why is this so important to her? The music box disc has been entered into the court record. And here we go. Here we go. This is basically evidence. And no crime has been committed yet. As far as we know. Metal disc used to play music in a mechanical music box. The piece of music, which remains unidentified, is stored on a disc by means of small protrusions. Is it even music? Can it be anything but music? Like, could someone have left a message? You there, in the black library? Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are liars! Ugh! What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Play Duck Duck Goose? Ask what's on the disc? Not gonna tell us. Wow, Miss Lestrade is really looking daggers at the mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. How did he even get his blood drawn? He's wearing gloves. Look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Is, Jones in here again? Yep. If it doesn't work the first time around, look for Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Oh, don't tell me he's back sad. We don't need depressed Sholmes. We need awesome, energetic, enthusiastic Sholmes. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. I looked over here earlier. You weren't over here yet. Sorry? And there he goes again. After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind. I was too ashamed to let society see my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, knowing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths around despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I have heard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? I don't know. I think he's just Sholmes being Sholmes. For Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, sure you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. My dear madame, sometimes I wonder were my genius for deduction to be commoditized. I need you to tone down the ego a little bit. How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration, but who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. I like how we're not calling him Egbert. It can't be his name. What's the right thing to do here? We're going to listen. I mean, what else can we do? We're basically at a dead end otherwise. Well, Miss Lestrade, it appears you find yourself in something of a predicament. Tisk! Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a children's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? The devilish handsome guy is gonna be you. Mr. Egbert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation. Really? A considerable crime is in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what said you to my deduction? How? The fact that this guy literally just said that, Sholmes is not playing games right now. He literally just ousted this guy. Hilarious, but also good. He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. We're not going to say that he has always done that. Just who do you think you are, sir? The one and only, the great detective of all time. Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the penned expression I was looking for. Please don't grab the gun with the one bullet. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Really? The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. I know I already started it accidentally. I should have stopped it right before it started officially. But we will delve into why this guy is trying to steal large sums of money from the pawnbrokery and whether or not that jacket actually belongs to him. And we're probably not going to learn all that stuff, but just know that the next episode, things are going to happen. We're going to learn some new information, darn it, no matter what. Well, thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great and wonderful day. See you again soon. Bye.